community was everything. So, and this might go, and I'm sorry if I'm answering some of your other questions ahead of time, but if it wasn't for the community that I have currently and that I've had for the past like 5 years of my life, like I don't know like what my RA would look like, let alone like lots of other areas in my life. So I started coming to City Church about 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago, which really doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like it's been that long. But like through that, I got introduced to a really, really core friend group, and specifically two friends, one friend really in particular that really challenged me in a lot of ways, just in my faith journey. So yeah, community is everything. And if it weren't for one particular friend, like I honestly don't know if my prayers would have changed the way that they did within the past 5 years to be a lot more bold. Yeah, so I mean, it's everything to me.
So who are your two friends? You can shout them out if you want to.
Yeah, Alex Kegler and Linda Song. Shout out to the homies. Like I love them endlessly. And Alex and Linda both just have been there through the good times and the bad, and they're like people that I can be like 100, like completely myself with. But they like want to hear the good things, they want to hear the bad things, they want to hear the not pretty things. Yeah, so I know that I met Alex the first day I moved to Chicago, and it was on a total whim. Like the story's wild, but and like I tell her sometimes, I'm like, you didn't have a choice. Like God, you're gonna be my friend regardless if you wanted to or not. But that's like one friendship that I like can't thank God enough for that friendship. Yeah, you can make me get emotional, but I'm good. But yeah, definitely Alex.
Just blame your allergies. If you get emotional,
right.
blame your allergies.
I could.
It's pollen season. It's
I won't though. But yeah, no, they have definitely been just like huge influences in my life.
So let's go deeper into that. So Linda and Alex, so what are some things that they told you, encouraged you with? Like, was it like, sometimes it's like, okay, here's a scripture for that, or sometimes it's them just being there. So what are some things that they did that help you, encourage you during this time?
Yeah. Well, I think there's things that they just do generally that help me out all the time, but then like more specifically things that they've done to kind of like change my outlook and my attitude towards having RA. So I think like going back, like I'll share a little bit about like my prayer life and prayer journey. So I, like when I was diagnosed, I would say prayers, but I think my prayers were like more half-hearted. But at the time, like I wouldn't have said that. I didn't know that. And then over the course of like the past handful of years here, Alex opened up and actually shared part of Pastor Kent's story, and how he actually had previously had RA, and she spoke about like his determination and his faith that he had in God, and also she shared a little bit about like his parents and like how they prayed over him, but it was like how she explained how his parents and himself prayed for himself. And I think like for me, my mom prayed in a way probably pretty similar to Pastor Ken, but I knew I wasn't praying with my whole heart the same way that I knew he probably had been or was. And that is when they really encouraged me to put both my feet in and really pray bolder prayers with really blatant asks to like, God, like I know you have the capability to rid this from my body, like remove it, like there's no doubt in my mind that when I started, my prayer shifted, my RA went into remission. And like it still like blows my mind, not because like I'm not believing that like God has that power, but I just like, as I learn more about God and his character and his love in what he wants for me and like for us and everyone. It just like, it astounds me because it's beautiful.
Thank you for watching this video. If you want more content, subscribe over here and watch the next video over there. God bless you.